I've always wanted to build my own business. But what I didn't realise, until recently, I don't know why it's taken me so long, but it is possible for you to buy a business that's already set up, ready to go. The business has already got a brand and it's already got customers. It's there, it's all done. You can buy shops, you can buy restaurants, you can buy hotels. It's amazing. But of course, most of these businesses are like ridiculously priced, like half a million to a million, £1 million. £1 million, right? Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll buy them. I'm sure that won't cause any problems in the future. Like, I'll just go into the bank. Hey, hi there, banker. But could I have £1 million, please, and buy this restaurant that I have no idea how to run? Of course. And then in a year from now, I'm in prison. I consider myself to be slightly mad, but not quite mad enough to, spend £1 million on a hotel, next to a floodplain. And they do sell this stuff, and they're quite upfront with you. They're quite upfront. Built next to a floodplain, floods every other year, and we don't get as many customers as we used to 10 years ago. Well, that's nice to know. Thanks for that. Brilliant. But anyway, as I'm looking for all these different businesses that you can buy, I came across a pub just down the street, and it was £10,000. £10,000. Now, I get it, 10,000. That's a lot of money, I know. But if you think about it, it's not really a lot of money to buy a business. It's a leasehold. And I think that's cheap. I mean, you've got your own pub, which you can be the landlord, which I could be the landlord. Let's say I bought it. I went down to the bank and took 10 grand out, and I just bought this pub. I could be the landlord of a pub, but I could do it now. That to me, I thought to myself, when I saw that just seems a bit too good to be true. I don't know anything about running a bar. I've never pulled a pint in my life. But it's just the idea, I kind of got this romantic idea of being a landlord. It just sounds good, the reality, I know the reality would be pretty awful. But, maybe with time, with profits, you don't know what the turnover is of the place. Maybe I could hire people and get them to run the bar, and I could just swagger around and be the landlord and not do anything. Would that not be wonderful? That's what I was saying to myself. Oh, I like the sound of this. Let's do this. Let's check out this pub. But before I get any money sorted with the bank, let's go and check this pub out. Let's just see what it's all about. And so I did. I walked down there the other day. There was fine weather. Fine, crisp, clear winter day, and I found the pub and I went in there, and when I entered the building, it was completely, apart from the barman, who was actually the landlord, the present landlord, the place was completely empty. There was nobody there. There was no sign of life. In fact, the only thing you could hear was the seagulls, the damn seagulls out on the pavement, squawking. Apart from that, there was no life whatsoever inside this place. There's a church right next door to it. This place was deader than the graveyard outside the church. No joke. Being straight serious with you. The one thing I noticed as well when I entered the building was the ceiling. There was a massive hole in the ceiling and a great big crack running right from one side to the other. I went up to the landlord. He said, "Hi there, sir." I said to him, "How's business then? How's business?" And he said, "Oh, He looked around at his empty bar. He looked around and went, "It's not bad. It's like, "Oh, really? Not bad. Any problems? Everything going okay?" And he said, "Yeah," he said, and he was very casual about it. That's what surprised me, was how casual he was about it. It was like, "Yeah, it's okay, it's not too bad, it's a little bit quiet." It's dead. There's a difference between quiet and dead. Quiet as the odd person. Dead, there's nobody there. Yes, and then he said to me, again, very casual, "Oh, you know, the ceiling's falling down." Oh, the ceiling's falling down, as you know. And he said that the ceiling is falling down, as you know. And I'm like thinking, well, actually, no, I don't know. I don't know what that's like for a ceiling to fall down. I've never actually been into a place where the ceiling's falling down, and I've never lived in a place like you, the landlord, are living in this place in the flat above. You know what it's like to have a ceiling falling down. I don't. I just went, "Oh, real ceiling falling down. My gosh, that must be a little bit inconvenient." And he said, "Well, oh, we just get by. We just get by. We? You mean there's other people living in this place with the ceiling falling down?" "Oh, just me and my wife and my kid." He said, "Oh, just me and the missus and my 2 kids." "You have 2 kids in this place, and it's falling. Well, whatever. He says, "Can I get you anything?" And I said, "I'd like to have a pint, please, sir. A pint of your best bitter." And he said, "Yeah, sure, I'll get you a pint, just so long," and he said, "just so long as you don't ask for anything to eat." And I said, why can't I ask for anything to eat? You know, you've got a menu, why can't I eat anything?" He said, and he turned around and he said to me, again, very casual, as if this really wasn't anything big or bad. He said, and he was wiping his glass at the time, "Oh, well, you see, we got a rat. We got a rat in the kitchen." It's like that. I was listening. "You've got a rat in the kitchen. A rat in a pub that you're trying to sell with the ceiling falling down, and you're serving me drinks?" "Oh, well, you know, we got the rat, you know, he's cleaning his glass, we got the rat and all that." Is anything being done about this? Is anything? He says, "Oh," and he says, "Are you trying to get anything done about the rat?" And he's like, "Oh, we're looking into it. Hopefully someone will be around next week." I tell you what they could do. They could give the business to the rat. And there are people who do keep rats as pets, so maybe that could be your target audience. I see, I've already got a business plan. Marvellous. To work. And I didn't really, to be honest with you, after I heard about that, I didn't really want to hang around. Can you just imagine that? You know, you've got a customer in your premises where you're selling your products. Not only that, but you're trying to sell your business to a potential buyer, and you just turn around and you just casually tell them that they got rats there, you know. How many customers do you get during the day? "Oh, we get about 1 or 2 maybe. 1 or 2 people come in every now and then. They don't always buy something." "Oh, really? They don't? They don't always buy something? So how much do you make a week then?" "Oh, make, you know, about 30 quid. We make about 30 quid a week." "You make 30 quid a week? Well, isn't that sweet? I'm sure if I gave you 10 grand, you could put that to good use. Let me guess, you could escape to Cuba and smoke Cuban cigars. Wouldn't that be sweet? Meanwhile, I'll just clean up the mess you left behind. Do you know what? That sounds like a really good business deal to me. Let's shake on it. Let's do this now." I don't think so. I mean, obviously, if this man, this landlord obviously did not give a damn that he had a rat in the kitchen, and it didn't bother him to serve, to keep the place open and to serve drinks to people. So, I felt I need to get out of this place pretty damn quickly, because you know, the ceiling might fall down on my head. And I got out of the building straight away, and I thought, that's enough of that. enough of that business. 10 grand for a pub that's falling down. And it suddenly made sense. If you, well, certainly not going to be me, but if you were to buy this place, you would inherit a building that's about to collapse with a ceiling that's in the point of collapsing. So you'd have to pay for all the repairs, which would cost God knows how much. So on top of your 10 grand, you'd probably be spending 50 grand, probably even more than that. And oh yes, you'd also be inheriting the local rat. Marvellous, absolutely brilliant. And it really does, it opened my eyes, and I began to see it for what it is, you know. And you've got to be careful. If you ever see a property for sale and it's cheap, my advice would be to stay away from it. Because you never know what's going on inside that place. It might even be infested with rats. Think about it.